That is the extent of Hulk Hogan's steroid use.
Now, this doctor that you're talking about, is that the same one that's been in trouble and convicted?
Holy shit.
Well, basically, I'd rather not comment on that.
Woo! Scott, where did you get this? What an amazing clip. Hey folks, Dr. Mike here for RP Strength. I had to have that printed on a t-shirt so that I remember what company I work for. Another thing I remember is that the 80s were unbelievable. And guess who's from the 80s? That's right, Hulk Hogan himself. The greatest American wrestler of all time? No, not real wrestling, for whom that title is probably Jordan Burroughs? Don't kill me if I f that up, please. But real wrestling. Professional wrestling. Hulk Hogan is the man, and what we're going to do today, we're going to look into his training, we're going to look into his diet, we're going to look into his supplements, I think, to the extent that that is legal, and we're going to be rendering you some exercise scientist sort of advice and bullshit sort of not so funny jokes that I wake up at night and regret I ever said. Let's go do some regretful things. 3, 2, 1. Hit it.
Okay, that's me when I was 10 years old.
What?
Damn, man!
I said the same thing I did.
I weighed 196 pounds.
What? Scott the Video Guy, I present a challenge to you. Ready? Make sense of that. It doesn't make sense. When you're 196 and 10 years old and you're not really fat as much as you are just fucking enormous, if shit keeps going in that direction, eventually you'll be like 6'7" and 350 and beating the living shit out of everyone in the world. Scott, how tall is the Hulk? 6'7". I somehow remember that. 6'7" is an uncomfortable height. And he's like 350 pounds. That's nothing you ever want to with. Apparently you couldn't with him when he was 10 years old either.
I weighed 196 pounds. Look how fat my head was.
That is a huge head. I would know something about that.
You were my size then.
I was 196 pounds when I was 10 years old.
Is that Arsenio Hall?
Yeah.
Amazing.
When I graduated from high school, I was 300 pounds.
300 pounds, high school graduate, no big deal.
And right now I'm about 295.
Oh, he slimmed down.
I've trained 20 years, 2 hours a day to look like I do. But the things that I am not is I'm not a steroid abuser.
Just a intelligent steroid user, I assume.
But there's a situation where steroids, Hulk Hogan, and my private physicians have something all in common. And these are the situations. And on 2 or 3 different occasions, I get hurt in the ring.
My man.
And that sports therapy involves hours of the ultrasound to get the blood
To do whatever the ultrasound does. Don't worry, it doesn't do shit.
going again, the electric stim to get the nerves going.
Yeah, ultrasound is just electric stim, also insanely overvalued. PT is a dog shit. I mean, back then it was probably even worse. PT now is fine. Physical therapy, I mean, there's people like, what is his name? Adam Meekins, Meakins on Instagram. Look him up. He's awesome. Quinn Hennick, also awesome. Another physical therapist. Sam Spinelli, Dr. Sam Spinelli. He's great. There's a few really awesome PTs and like seemingly a million physical therapists that are just make-believe artists who do all kinds of potions and lotions and electronic equipment that doesn't do hardly dick. So he's probably getting a lot of that, but I think he's going to get to the point of saying here, it's really the steroids that helped him. Hit it, Hulk.
And prescription drugs by my physician that I trusted, legal prescription drugs, and those involved synthetic male hormone, which is a form of a steroid.
Hell yeah. He must be hurt all the time. Hey, Scott. Ow. I hurt myself.
I got the cure.
My man.
That is the extent of Hulk Hogan's steroid use.
Now, this doctor that you're talking about, is that the same one that's been in trouble and convicted?
Holy shit.
Well, basically, I'd rather not comment on that.
Woo! Scott, where did you get this? What an amazing clip.
So Hulk's doctor when he got in trouble for giving people steroids.
The baseball guy, right? Was it one of those guys?
He might have been a doctor to those people.
Oh, it's so good.
Apparently they had Hulk on, and Arsenio was under the impression that Hulk was going to come clean.
Oh.
Steroid use, and Hulk just doubled down.
Hell yeah. F*** him.
That's the story that I've been reading about.
F*** you. Dude, he should have dug even deeper. He'd be like, so what about steroids? Be like, honestly, Arsenio, I don't know what those are. Be like, you don't know what steroids are? Like, I've never heard of them. Next question. I love it. Well, typical big media interaction for you. lying guests and lying hosts. Fun. All right, let's see what else is going on. Scott, you know what I desperately want to see next? Something that is colored an insane degree of yellow.
Yeah.
Oh, look. Thank God.
I'm going to teach you guys how to get that bicep pump on real good.
Where is he? It looks like he's in his living room, but also in a gym at the same time. Is this what Florida training looks like? I wonder.
And the one thing I like about the bicep pump is you don't have to train your whole body. The visual makes you look like everything is pumped up.
I love it. This is the worst bro advice I've ever heard in my life. Like, good thing about biceps is they make the rest of you look good. Like, nope, they just make your biceps look good. But whatever, who's counting? Yeah, and you don't have to train your whole body, which is like lazy asshole excuse. I'm not saying Hulk Hogan's a lazy asshole. Quite the opposite. But the people don't need to hear this is what I'm trying to say.
So the first thing you do is you get a set of dumbbells, a
Check.
really light set of dumbbells, because weightlifting is not about lifting weights.
Check. All right, next. So far, so good.
Weightlifting is all about full range of motion.
Hey! The Hulk Hogan factoid, full range of motion, exercise to failure, correct form. Other than exercise to failure, and well, all of these have nuances, this is a f***ing great list of recommendations. So basically, pick the weight you can lift with a full range of motion, take that weight to failure with the correct form, and if you can do that for however many reps you're looking for, then you have the right weight in your hands. Man, Hulk snuck up on me with that one. Huge respect.
And doing the exercise to failure and correctly. This will give you that awesome shape. For the girls, this will really firm and tighten everything up, just how you guys want it.
You're just feeding these bitches what they want, firm and tight. I'm so glad that at least some fraction of the fitness industry is beyond that shit now. That whole firm and tight nonsense was with us for generations. Every girl that ever saw someone as in shape that lifted weights, she'd be like, okay, so like, how are you like such good shape? Like, well, I lift weights. Okay, like, that's cool, but like, I just want to like tone. Shut the f*** up, Cindy. Toning is a not extant physiological concept. There's no such thing. There's two different tissues in your arm, dummy. Well, other than bone and all that other shit, there's muscle and there's fat. And you have too much goddamn fat on your arm and not enough muscle. And what you need to do is get the muscles nice and big and then try not eating the kitchen sink all the f***ing time so that your fat reduces. And there comes the visual effect of toning. But if you lift in some certain special way, there's nothing weird changing from fat to muscle or back and forth. That's all nonsense. On the nonsense train, Scott's video, I remember all his 90s tapes that said, like, build long, lean muscles. The f*** go versus short, fat muscles? What the f*** does that even mean? No, just a joke. I do not endorse the choking of women. Let's see if that one gets us canceled.
This, without a doubt, is the best bicep exercise there is.
Without a doubt. And that's science.
And with the Fit Kit, with the Go, the Pro, the cookies and the protein, it's a win-win situation.
Scott, how are my ad reads compared to Hulk Hogan?
You got some work to do.
There's a high bar. With the way I would do this ad read, it was the exact same room setup. All the same color benches and everything. I'm wearing the yellow and the red. And instead of a pile of probably dog shit semi-food, semi-supplement situations that are insanely overpriced, I have just one VersaGrip. You would think, what's that going to do? You go, one is enough. Trust me. You're like, what? Shut up. Why aren't we allowed to talk loud around it? Because it could wake up. What's going to happen if it wakes up? It'll allow you, if it becomes awake, to grab any barbell or dumbbell or pull-up or anything and no longer be hindered by your forearm strength. That your legs, your back, your shoulders can finally develop to their true size. And so that you get the highest quality training you've ever gotten. It's better than every strap ever made. And as much as it pains my heart to say, it's even better than chalk. What? And the person's like, wait, that's good, right? Yeah, that's good. So wake it up, God damn it. Put it on your hand, put the other one on your hand, get in the code, put it in the link, and get you a VersaGrip. How's that for an ad read? I give myself a 7 out of 10. Anyway, continuing on. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. What happened to full range of motion?
We're going back a couple decades.
Couple decades, pre-full range of motion. Look at that sweaty thigh. Where am I? Low bar. I don't even know what exercise that is. Oh, leg extension. Okay. And it was just like grimacing in place. All right, 3x10 grimace. All right, RP hypertrophy app. Very well. Folks, two things. One, if you don't look like this eye-wise during training, you a little bitch. You need to up your intensity by 1,000. And second of all, he's doing behind the neck pull-ups. Holy shit. It's a very effective exercise. Line of pull-wise, it doesn't stress the lats anymore. Probably a little less, to be completely honest. If your shoulders are cool with it, give it a shot. If they're not cool with it, don't give it a shot. Give it a shot and stop. In any case. And the music is so goddamn good. I want to train at Seminole Fitness. Very, very Florida. Why is it freezing like that, Scott?
It's the editing. It's edited on beat if you want. It's like perfectly on beat.
Oh God, that's so f***ing awful.
Yeah.
Like, thanks for making me think I'm having a seizure. I forgot it was on beat. That's so good. Are we even critiquing exercise anymore on this Friday bullshit segment that we have? Fucking God. Hulk's the fucking man. Oh, and his shirt's cut in the back. Just in case it wasn't revealing enough to wear a stereo top, you gotta cut some lines into that motherfucker. I guess girls wear that kind of shit to the club nowadays. Okay, I don't even understand what's going on anymore. He's teleporting between lifts. Real quick, you look at these videos, you're like, his arms aren't that big, but here's the thing. When somebody's 6'7", and they have what looks visually, with no height reference, to be a generally muscular arm, they're f***ing enormous. I think he had like 24-inch biceps or some shit like that. Biceps, 24-inch muscular arm flexed. It's intense. This isn't terrible technique. Oh, isometric stop with 135. That's tough. That is really tough. He is f***ing absurdly strong. Some absolutely the wrongest angle you could ever film cable plies from. Thanks, producers. Hey, that's good range of motion. Those look like real weights. Maybe? You're not jacked enough, and you know why? Many reasons. One of them is that you do not maniacally laugh while hitting most musculars in the RP Hypertrophy app.
What do you get when PhD sports scientists collaborate with pro bodybuilders? The most effective muscle growth training app ever made. Get yours now.
It's something you can improve upon quite easily, and you'll definitely look exactly like Hulk Hogan shortly thereafter, assuming you contact his Florida doctor, of course.
How can I get muscles like you guys?
Gee whiz, kid. I feel like, first of all, that wall's going to break and someone's going to come out of it. But second of all, steroids. Fuck it. I'll just tell you the answer. It's steroids, kid. Welcome to the real world. You're like Neo using your eyes for the first time. And by eyes, I mean hands to put a trend needle up your ass. We're getting canceled for sure. Little kid talking shit about me. Like, no, mister, I just want to be like you. Out of here. There's only one me. Okay. Jesus.
Start by getting in shape with a Hulkamania workout set.
Great!
This is unbelievable. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Whoa, 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 whoa. How you doing, all you little hucksters? This is the incredible Hulk Hogan, the WWF heavyweight champion of the world, and I'm really excited about this new Hulkamania workout set. I eat my vitamins.
Yeah, you know that.
I say my prayers, and I exercise every day because keeping my body fit is very important to me. It should be important to you because when your body is in good shape, you'll feel better.
It feels like he just ran into the recording studio and blurted out as much shit as he could in one breath. And then, this is motivating as
Don't slow down. The Hulkster's watching you.
Is he really? From the tape? But how does that work? This is incredible. This is why the 80s, everyone was fit, because they were listening to shit like this. Now, what do you listen to? Kendrick Lamar. Scott, is that two people or one person?
That was a good workout. But remember, you're not done until the cool down is completed.
I could tell you guys the science of why a cool down actually reverses some of the adaptations of set in motion and not to do it. But at this point, I don't even know what we're doing here anymore. I just want to hear more of this shit.
You know what I mean? We gotta be too cool to fool.
All right.
You gotta gradually slow down that body, man. Just walk around the room and breathe normally for a little bit.
I like the wild, unspecified time of a little bit. So like a few seconds, like a few minutes. This is awesome.
Normally do anyway.
It's just what you would off and go somewhere else and technically cooling down, but whatever. Stay in your room. You don't want to poison anyone with your excessive radiation. All right, this is really fun, guys. However, if you want more fun, don't worry, more videos still ahead. But if you want extra, super, much more fun, we have a members area where an extended, uncut edition of this video lives right now, and you could have it and tons of other videos for a very small fee. Click around, see if you can get into that, and maybe we'll see you there.
All right, Hulk, show us your fridge.
Everything in here is organic.
Sweet. Public service announcement. Organic is a giant scam. Study after study after study shows that dependably, organic foods do nothing different than conventionally farmed foods, but they cost predictably much more. Don't fall for the bullshit.
We've got the yogurts, we've got blueberries.
My favorite part about this segment of the video is that there's a rock riff in the background, nah, but it's yogurt, blueberries, organic. This is the least metal shit I've ever seen in my life.
We've got almond milk, protein to wash down vitamins, of course.
Protein to wash down vitamins. That's pretty backwards. All right.
The organic cookies.
Okay, we're just putting organic in front of things now. I understand. The plastic's probably organic as well.
Back in the hardcore wrestling days, did people talk about protein as much as they did now?
No, back in the hardcore wrestling days, people talked about the money and the miles and who could drink the most beer.
This is the most honest fitness shit I've ever heard in my life. What'd you guys do in the 80s for fitness? I don't know, steroids and lifting and beer. Oh, did you have sex with any strippers? He's oh yeah, all the time too. Plus, did I mention cocaine?
And I would start out and I would eat 12 fried eggs in the morning, 2 hamburger patties, oatmeal, and everything would have butter on it.
Damn. He's still alive, right? Unbelievable.
I wasn't aware, I wasn't educated as far as quality of food and how much quantity I should eat. I was just hungry all the time.
What did you eat before and after a match?
This is fascinating. I really want to hear this. I also want that hairstyle. Scott, did you know that I technically can still grow out that kind of hair?
Oh, absolutely.
What a disaster. Could you imagine my already ugly face with a f***ing
Skullet?
whatever? Yeah, skullet. But it's also my hair at a certain length will start to curl like a Jew skullet. So f***ing worst, bro.
The pre-match meal was probably 3 Miller Lights and 2 Tylenols.
This is the most awesome nutritional advice I've ever seen. Wrestling's up, man. 3 Miller Lights to get you in that party atmosphere. There's hydration and carbohydrates in there. The Tylenol to make all the pain go away, plus the alcohol to make the pain go away. Makes sense. Let's see what else.
And then afterwards, the post-match meal was probably 12 Miller Lights. So that's how it was.
Holy shit. It's so funny too, because people ask pro athletes, what's your diet like? And sometimes it's nice and it's good and they know things. And sometimes it's you don't want to ask me that question. I just exist. We're probably not going to critique this kind of video. I don't know if there's a video of this, but I used to work with football players considerably at a pretty high collegiate level and some interaction with pro football players. Some of the diets that football players have is they just eat when they're hungry, they eat kind of whatever they want, and that's it. And they're jacked and lean, and just because they're genetic freaks, and people are this guy's diet. It's that's not how it works. At least Hulk's being super honest, which is really sweet. All right, that was sweet. Hulk Hogan's the man. The 80s were awesome. Miller Lite is a performance-enhancing beverage, and cocaine's a hell of a drug. Folks, I don't know what the we learned from this, but maybe we had some fun. In any case, Hulk Hogan gets a legend who does whatever the he wants and the rest of us deal with it out of 10. And with that, I'll see you guys next time. All right, this video here, YouTube thinks it's important. I don't know. Do the lizard people run YouTube, and should you really not be clicking on it? I'll leave that to you. See you next time.